The one thing I didn't mention, besides the fact that I'm using my Sage R8 Core and my Lamson Cobalt, I'm using an intermediate sink line. Two reasons. One, there's no surface activity. I'm not throwing a popper. I'm going to be throwing Clousers, maybe some Joe Brooks Blondes, maybe some Seducers. But if you look at the water, one, you can hear the wind too. And an intermediate sink throws a lot better in the wind than a floating line. The other thing is, if you look at the water, and I had the same problem, I was in Vermont northern pike fishing in the fall too. You'll see all kind of pine needles and leaves, and some of these ponds, lagoons have marsh grass floating in them. That stuff will, your floating line can get caught up on that. And if it does, it's not going to perform properly, especially the marsh grass is really thick and it will hold a floating line up and snag on a floating line. This intermediate sink takes the line down into the water column through all the pine straw and leaves and marsh grass, and more effective, I think. Of course, I have a floating line with me in case top water happens. It's not going to happen. And there's a buck on the other side of the pond. So let's see if they come this way.